One thing's for sure, these may be world-class horses, but they just want some loving. A team of professionals and student workers are here to give the horses round-the-clock care and make sure they are always well taken care of. Well, if you're like me, and this is about as close as you get to a cat, the great news is United Way will match you with the best fit for volunteer work. You know, with all this talk about basketball, I've decided I need to give my shot a chance again. Okay, so clearly I wouldn't stand a chance against an OSU defender. Well, there's plenty of fun on the way, that's for sure. But first, last night, round one of the NFR kicked off in the one and only Las Vegas. It was an exciting night as each winner took home $26,000 apiece. But if you missed all the fun of night one, rest easy. There's 9 more nights to come. Oklahoma favorite and 3-time back-to-back world champion bull rider Sage Kimzey didn't quite finish in the top 5 last night. Trey Benton III took home the prize money with the week's first 90-point ride. But Kimzey still leads the world standings by about $20,000.
I'm here with Salem Anthony, and it's time to go 60 feet. So we saw that the Cowgirls are a really good perimeter defending team. How have they been able to do that this season?
Well, you know, I just talked to Coach Littell the other day about this, and he was telling me they've got so much more depth in their athleticism this year. They've been able to really push things to the next level, and the focus from the girls is just so much higher than they've had in past years.
Awesome. So moving to the men's, they have a big game this Saturday coming up against Wichita State. What can we expect from that game?
You know, I think honestly what we can expect the most is we're going to see a lot of depth coming off the bench. They've got a great rotation in the players, and I think we're going to see Coach Mike Boynton getting one of his biggest wins yet.
Awesome. So in this early season, had a tournament already in Brooklyn. What has impressed you the most with this team?
2 things have impressed me the most. One, how the team has handled themselves. You know, they're really finally coming together as a team. They're meshing well and everything. And Jeffrey Carroll, you know, he's finally stepping up and he's getting some good play time in. And he had a career high against Pitt with 29 points. That's impressive.
Well, thanks. That has been 60 feet with Salem.
Since these terrifying events, some people created annual events of their own to honor the lives of those lost. The 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb has become one of the most popular. It first started with one man in 2003 during Operation Enduring Freedom in Parwan Province, Afghanistan. Albuquerque Fire Department Lieutenant Charles Cogburn scaled a 2-story building 55 times, wearing body armor, a helmet, and an M4. After he returned home the following year, knowledge of the stair climb began to grow. Today, 9/11 Memorial Stair Climbs are held nationwide. Tuttle Fire Department Battalion Chief Chris Condos was one of many firefighters who drove to Wichita, Kansas for the stair climb this past weekend. The first 343 firefighters are allowed to go first to represent the firefighters lost. Unfortunately, this weekend there were not enough firefighters to complete that number, so firefighters like Condos took more than one name tag at a time when they arrived to ensure every single person lost was honored. Condos says, quote, "It's an honor to get to be a part of these events, doing something to remember what happened on that day, carrying an individual who gave the ultimate sacrifice to try and save others really makes it something to remember every year." Condos and others were in full gear, climbed 20 flights of stairs 5.5 times to represent the same number of stairs climbed 16 years ago. There also was a chunk of steel from the Twin Towers, which was touched each time a firefighter completed a set. At the end, they said who they climbed for and rang the final bell for the downed firefighter. Stair climbs happened all over the U.S. this week as departments remember the fallen brothers and sisters. The OKC Memorial Stair Climb will be Saturday morning at 7 at the Chase Building. Everywhere you go, you're going to find small-town celebrities. And here in Stillwater, the biggest small-town celebrities are found on the OSU equestrian team. The equestrian team houses about 50 head of horses that don't travel with the team for competition. Bunny, Chili, and Bueno are known as the nation's best in certain events. Riders don't provide their own horses like in other sports, and here at OSU, they don't even buy them.
Back when I started the program 19 years ago, we did purchase a few horses. Now that the program has been established and we've proven to maintain one of the best collegiate herds of horses in the country, donations are coming in on a regular basis, or offers of donations are coming in on a regular basis.
Sanchez says this world-class program is blessed to have horses that were previously in the professional industry finish their careers here at the collegiate level. One thing's for sure, these may be world-class horses, but they just want some loving. A team of professionals and student workers are here to give the horses round-the-clock care and make sure they are always well taken care of. Much like the care of any animal, they have to be fed regularly. Sanchez says they only get the best of the best when it comes to feed and supplements. Clint Jackson leads the team that cares for the horses and says work isn't too bad when it means getting to know each horse's character.
Every horse has their own personality, but when it comes to feeding time, everybody has all their personalities show. Dylan, that's been here for about 12 years, he's kind of the heart and soul of the team, and everybody loves him because he just tries, a lot of try.
But like any athlete, the horses have to get their daily workouts in. They spend about an hour every day exercising and perfecting their skills for competition. But when it gets close to meets, practices can extend to 2 or 3 hours a day. These friendly giants work hard every day doing what they love. We're simply lucky we get to watch. For Pete's Corner, I'm Salem Anthony. At home, turkey and leftovers are all the excitement, but down in Cancun, it's just one mom. Senior Lauren Goodwin leads the Cowgirls in points, averaging 19.8 per game. But for her, it wasn't so much the game itself that stood out this week, but the one person who came to watch.
That was her first time seeing me play in an OSU uniform, and she usually goes to all my first games, but she was unable to. So I was super excited to see her and for her to get to see me and my team play for my last year.
Without the Thanksgiving luck, the Cowgirls leave Cancun with a 1-1 record, taking their first loss of the season to Tennessee. But Goodwin says this week is more about the memories that came along with the Cancun Challenge.
You know, with all this talk about basketball, I've decided I need to give my shot a chance again. Okay, so clearly I wouldn't stand a chance against an OSU defender.
OSU leads the Big 12 in three-point defense with only 22.9% made. Cowgirls are also sitting second in 3 points made on the season, coming in right behind Kansas with 7.5 per game. Coach Littell says he has a simple strategy to stay on top as conference play gets closer.
Be aware of who the shooters are through your scouting reports. Who's the highest percentage shooters? Do not leave them alone. We've just made a conscious effort to put more pressure on the perimeter and extend the defense.
The Cowgirls will hit the road to Mississippi State for their game tomorrow afternoon at 1. For the Poke Report, I'm Salem Anthony.